folks. We're looking this morning at Psalm 121. It's a great psalm, it's a famous psalm, so let me read it to you. I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and your going, both now and forevermore. Just on a personal note, the reason why I find this psalm particularly helpful and particularly poignant is that when my dad was flying Spitfires during the Battle of Britain, he had a pocket Bible tucked into his top pocket, and it was always marked at Psalm 121. And in particular, of course, this business of where it says, the Lord will watch over your coming and your going. That literally, he felt that God was watching over him as he flew out and as he flew back. But the beauty of the passage is in this repeated phrase, which comes at least 6 times, where it says the Lord watches. Actually, it's better in the RSV, where it says that the Lord keeps. Watch is rather passive. You can kind of watch from a distance, whereas keep is much more active. And it's this active sense that God keeping us, protecting us. So the psalmist starts by saying, I lift up my eyes to the hills. Now, in our sort of way of thinking, we always think that the hills are rather lovely places to go and relax and go and have a bit of peace and quiet. And so you think about going to the top of Chosen Hill, or maybe going to the Malverns, or going to the Peak District, or the Lake District, or going to the Swiss Alps for a bit of peace and quiet and tranquility. Whereas, in fact, when the psalmist was writing this, the hills were a place of danger, a place where robbers were lurking in the rocks. And so what the psalmist is actually saying, he says, look, I've got to go through this danger. I've got to go through this peril. So where does my help come from? Where am I going to find help in extreme danger? And the answer, of course, comes in the next verse. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth.